Hello, darlings. Where did I put my middleware? I'm always setting these things down in the oddest places. There we go. She or they both work today. Hello, darlings. Come on in, come on in. Just woke up from a little bit of a nap, and I've been doing a lot of thinking. So, been going through a lot, to say the least, been going through a lot. Pardon as I put on at least a little bit of my face. There we are. Hello, darlings. Of course they do, darling. It's college. You're not in high school anymore. They expect a lot more of you. They're going to make you into a self-starter. They are not going to coddle you nearly as much, but they will understand that sometimes you'll need to ask for extensions due to extenuating circumstances within one's life. It's going to be a rude awakening on certain levels. Then again, they're not here to coddle you. They want to make sure that you are there to show up, to learn, to actually do the thing that you said you wanted to set out to do. And don't expect me to coddle you on this. Expect incredibly little gentleness about it. You're going into a profession, into a field that needs you to show up. Oh, hello, demon. How do you do? Especially something like the medical field. They are not going to be able to be gentle with you and handhold and... Yep. And that's exactly what they do, especially amongst a medical college. Yeah. Think you have potentially are going to have people's lives in your hands. So they can't afford to coddle you. They can't afford to gently hold your hand and walk you through. They're just going to tell you, here's what's expected. If you don't do it, we're not going to do it. Give me a few minutes and we'll be lacing into a corset. Hello, 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 darlings. How are we today? So, if you do not know, this is my persona in a battery. And I've been doing this now for, I think, a little over a year? Thereabouts? Oh, no, you're fine, darling. You're fine. I figured as much. Hello, hello, hello. Come on in, my dears. We're just putting on a little bit of quick makeup. But, I mean, speaking of ripping off Band-Aids, I guess I gotta rip off a few of my own. Give me a second as I get my eyes lined. There we go, slightly more lively. How is everyone this evening? Doing okay? Fair enough. I'm in one piece, more or less. But I have been having to do a lot of thinking, a lot of assessing, and kind of figuring out what is best for me in a few regards. And I'm still trying to figure it all out. I've been playing at being in a battery now, gently, for a little over a year now. And more recently, I went into the SW field. And I know that's heretical for some. Not something that they're into, and that's fine. But very specifically, I haven't been living my best life. I haven't been my best self. Because I have been, I guess in some small part, worried about being myself. I'm choosing my words carefully, mostly because I have to code here. Very, very much so. And then I decided to go back through, basically, my backlog of videos on here. I'm sorry, I've got to drop into my regular accent for a bit. And I had some of the worst body dysmorphia going back through a lot of the stuff that I posted. I didn't realize how much my teeth affected me. And watching the active decay, going back through my old stuff, made me super uncomfortable. And made me want to crawl out of my skin because I couldn't recognize the person I was looking at. And I know it seems, I'm sure, odd to other people because, sanguine is sanguine is sanguine, right? But I didn't. It was like looking at somebody else. It was really, really, really unnerving. But it also made me realize that I have not been... I haven't been myself. I keep dulling myself down for this platform. I keep turning down my shine in a lot of ways. And I don't like it. So I'm not gonna be in a battery on this page anymore. I am going to be in a battery on my in a battery page. I am going to be working on developing who I am as a dominant femme on my in a battery page. I am going to work on my ASMR and some of my more mature, more dark stuff over there. And I'm going to do my regular day-to-day stuff here. So grocery hauls and, you know, the occasional rant and hopefully my artwork or my crafting that I do. But I'm tired of I don't know how to still working on how to phrase this. I'm tired of interjecting sanguine into inna to make inna palatable for others in a lot of ways. And by others, I don't necessarily just mean the audience. I sometimes actually mean this platform as a whole. And I feel like I keep watering it down to make this platform happy. And I really hate it. Because I like being the embodiment of a succubus. I like being the hyper femme. I like being in charge. Being dominant. Using my voice in a very particular way. I love that edge of darkness. And a lot of times it feels like I'm trying to walk between two worlds, and instead of coming across the way I want to, instead of having a page that reflects sanguine threads, which is me at a creative level, it's just become mired and boggled and not what I was setting out for. So I'm going to keep showing up here as sanguine, but if you're looking for inna, you've got to go look for inna. And I'm not at 1,000 yet, but when I get to 1,000, I want to schedule nights with her. And I don't know if this platform is going to allow me on here for very long. I know that I'm going to have to probably fight and restart my page a couple times over. But if that's what I gotta do, that's what I gotta do. And I'm gonna have to put some boundaries up. So I've got to work on putting together a boundary video to explain to everybody what I expect if you are going to be interacting with me as, especially as in a battery. So first off, if I remove you from my page, because I'm probably going to do it politely at first, if I remove you from my page because you are younger, it is because the audience that I am courting, the audience that I want to culminate, is an audience that is older and is going to have particular proclivities and refinements. Pardon as I adjust. I'm in there. So if I remove you from my page because you're on the younger side, it's not a slight to you. It is me trying to both protect and coalesce a very particular audience. And it's an audience where, yeah, they're going to be a little bit rowdy, but also they're going to be a little bit older and understand what their role and what their place is, because I am going to be embodying my dominant femme. And I know I've got some young ones over there, you know, in that range of 2021, who are already over there and you know, barking at the heels and whatnot. So I know there's already a potential that some people are going to have their feelings readjusted. And I get that. But other people's feelings cannot circumvent who and what I am and the demographic that I'm going to be courting. Because I am a very particular person and I have not been able to live as that very particular person for most of my life. But that is what I want to do, and that is who I want to be. Pardon again as I adjust. I am in spicy work as a digital worker. I do picture sets. I do, or at least I'm getting into doing audio, doing video. And if you do not like SWs, if you can't stand that you know, sanguine is oh, you're doing something different, you're doing something odd, oh, it's... Yes, because it's my life, and you will not dictate to me, especially, who and what and where and why and when and how and whatnot. So, if you are not comfortable with that, A, don't search out in a battery, and B, don't expect that you will be stepping onto my stage, onto my platform, onto my page, and dictating to me who and what that will be. Because it is going to be me in a very different capacity. I am a Gemini. I am going to use all of that Gemini-ness I have. And yeah, it's going to be particular. So you're going to see fun stuff here. You're going to see regular crafting kind of stuff here. But this, especially the embodiment of in a battery, in a much more dominant femme variety, is what you're going to be seeing over there if you happen to go. So yeah, I'm stressed because part of me doesn't want to, you know, not so much disappoint, but like knock people off guard without a very clear reason as to why. But yes, and if it seems like I'm pandering for a particular type of male gaze or a particular type of audience that you may not click with, you're probably correct. That may not be the place for you. So, yes. The whereas in so the other page that I have is in a battery. It says sanguine. I think I switched it. It's goddess in a battery now. I got that set up, and I'm going to be rearranging that page and putting a list of boundaries. I need to make that particular one. But yeah, I am who I am, and I'm tired of constantly readjusting for this platform and other people and other things. So yeah. This is basically the warning. This is the, okay, this is what's going to happen, and that is that. Will Like a Grim would be over there? I don't know. I don't know just yet. It's not necessarily for all of my different personas, but it is very much for me. So, once it gets to 1,000, I may be doing some more stuff over there, and even setting up to do live streams. But yeah, oh, how is the signal so far? I got an extender. So, hopefully that helps. Trying to get a few things... Awesome. Trying to get a few things worked out and figured out. Yes. Finally! Which, that is a good thing. So yeah, that means also if you're a clever pet and you know where else to find me, yes, you are going to see other stuff. And if that ain't your bag, don't go looking. If that is your bag, be clever. There are still going to be, like, rules that need to be followed. There are going to be courtesies that will need to be followed. There will be conversations that can absolutely be had, but certain rules will need to be followed first, especially since you will be interacting with me in the capacity of a person who provides service, or a person who provides services of a very particular nature. So, yeah. Well, that sounds like something you should get on, to say the least. I've got plenty of stuff up on Throne. I'm going to be reviewing stuff slowly over the next week or so. I am getting my Mayhem Market set up in such a way to offer commissions for corsetry, for artwork, for other stuff. But yeah, I have been in my own head something awful for the last couple of weeks, especially over this last weekend, just up in my head about a bunch of different stuff, and ripping the Band-Aid off, explaining it, and considering it. I don't know exactly what that'll do to the schedule for this, but quite often evenings are a bit better for verified sites. So evening may shift itself a little bit. I may need to do daytime stuff a little bit more often here, if I'm going to be present there. I'm still figuring out what my balance is going to be, but I need to be much more present in those capacities, seeing as that is the career that I am pursuing, and that is something that means a lot to me on a lot of levels, because I have a lot that I need to do, a lot I need to grow, a lot that I need to change, since I am so used to working in person in a personal lifestyle level, and doing it digitally has been an absolute wake up to how very different those things run. Yeah. Thank you, Demon. I'd like you to unpack that particular sentence that you just spoke at me. Starbucks, a company that uses Pinkertons to union bust that abuses their workers, that has 3,000 or so worker violations against them. A place that very, very clearly supports the blue and white instead of the watermelon people. And beyond that, pays their workers next to nothing. And yet, I'm supposed to be happy with that. Being yelled at by crunchy, palm-colored women carrying dogs, wearing Ugg boots, screaming about their pumpkin spice lattes. Beyond that, you just called me girl. I am a black femme, and you just called me girl. Tell me when you figure out which part of that sentence was the most offensive to me. Thank you, Erica and Amy. I very much appreciate your adding to my gallery. I appreciate it on so many levels. I'm not a woman. And I haven't been a woman for a very long time. I actually abhor that particular title. I am pansexual, polyamorous, gender fluid. I may be born female, but I am no fucking woman. And I am definitely not yours. Femme, F-E-M-M-E, is the reason, or is the word that I choose to use. Because the indication of the gender schema woman is very particular. And the way you have used that particular word or genderedness a couple of times, the familiarity is far too much. And you do not understand your place. Nor do you mind your manners. I don't have a temper too often about too many things, but that is a good way to find it. So, even the dogs are on my side. The familiarity of somebody who I have not spent the last year getting to know, or year plus getting to know, is galling. To say the least, is galling. But thank you, Demon. I do appreciate it. Do not ever assume that you can be so familiar as to use pet names as such, or be disrespectful to me as a person. It does not tend to end well, and I do have enough very polite community members and mods who will be the penguins that they are. The flippers will come up. To say the least, the flippers will come up. I will let them handle it from time to time. But I will say what I say so that you understand why you're being muted or why you're being blocked before you're summarily put into place. And this is why I appreciate you over here, Soybean. So, do we have anybody else? Any other questions? Do feel free to have at. Come forward. Now, Sanguine Threads will also, as always, be a place where I read tarot cards. I will also be integrating my witchy side over on my other page as well. And I plan to have some good fun with it, as it were. But yes, there are going to be some shifts, there are going to be some adjustments. If you've noticed suddenly you can't find one of your old favorites, it's because I went back through and I cleaned out a bunch of stuff, took down a bunch of stuff that had, mutes or was marked as odd content and whatnot by the gods that be of this particular platform. I will be moving towards Twitch. I will be posting up on YouTube. I will be shifting my platform around a bit. So if you notice those shifts and you feel that you do not like that content, you do not like the way things have changed, I understand. And it is okay for you to unfollow. It is okay for you to pass by the wayside. That is perfectly fine. But yes, I will be governing myself, especially as my dominant femme role. I will be doing as I need to do. And there is not much discussion to be had on that. I believe on Throne you can actually send gifts that I have not already put on there. If you wish to give direct support of some variety, you can always go through the ash caps. I always do appreciate that. If you are looking for something that is a bit more in-depth, simply shoot me a message over on Instagram or on another appropriate such site, and we can have a little bit of a discussion. Hello, Playful, my darling. How are you doing today? Tomorrow I will not be on. Don't worry, be happy for me. Absolutely rejoice. I won't be on in the evening. I will be going to another Black Munch. So, same place as was last time. This time, I swear to God, I will remember. I will remember my wallet this time. Oh, because I absolutely plan on having at least... Well, no, I probably will have one nice drink. They did ever so lovely over there. And some of their food, because, oh my God, the food was so good. My day was interesting, but in a good way. There was a lot that needed to be said, a lot that needed to be done, and, yes. Oh, but yes, as for Throne, I believe you can send surprise gifts. I have that marked on there. So if you find something over there that you really like and really want to send towards me, I believe you can just take that and run with that on the Throne account. But yes, thank you so much. How is everyone? They have absolute fantastic, like they had quesadillas, they had grilled cheese with the most lovely tomato soups. They had some of the nicest pretzel bites with the most lovely saucy cheese. They were absolute heaven. I could not believe how good the food was at this place. It's absolutely fantastic. No, I have not been gaming at all recently. I've been trying to get together the $600 that I still need to pay for rent for this month. Right now my landlord is being exceptionally nice in giving me time to get that together. So I have got to be very present in finding those avenues, as it were. But no. Also, my poor laptop, the last time I tried to game on it, because games have become, you know, quite advanced and whatnot, I could not get it to upload and play correctly. Although, now that I have the Wi-Fi extender on, I might try a bit of gaming. Only because we've got a much better signal now, and it might have been the signal that was giving it a bit of gaming. Only because we've got a much better signal now, and it might have been the signal that was giving it a bit of a kerfuffle. Okay, good. Let's see. Let's get a little background music going on. Tomorrow night I will be doing the dual, well, not tomorrow night, I'm sorry. Tomorrow during probably the day, I'll try and do the dual box over on here and Twitch and see if that still helps with the signal extender, which I do have a much more solid signal. I am so happy about that. So, how are we, my darlings? That is loud. Hello, darlings. Come in, sit down, and very much mind your manners. Oh, good. There's nothing bad has ever come of doing numbers and witchcraft. How are we this evening, my darlings? I expect you to be engaged. I think that's what we need a little bit more of, is engagement. Something that I've been studying just a bit. Mortals are odd in this way. But I recognize that I myself are becoming rather recluse, pulled back. Kind of getting into that habit of not engaging, waiting for the world to do something. Well, we need to just do something. This march that just took place on Saturday was a very clear indicator of a lot of things. It definitely opened some eyes, to say the least. And, yes, I want to see this happen again. I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, I do hope you're doing your own research as well. I believe there may be another large movement on April the 20th. Nice. Now, with your artwork, are you using watercolor, acrylic, oil paint? What are you doing? This is not my jam. Right, it would be. Honestly, I hope they at least double the numbers. The more people who show up, especially of this variety, the more people who show up, the better it is. The quicker you will actually get change. I, and many like me, will be sitting these out for a very good reason. A, it shows you exactly who is pulling the strings. Shows you exactly what they are willing to do and who they are not willing to do it against. But yes, show up, especially if you can. If you have the time, if you have the privilege, show up. Be very present. And hopefully, next time around, they will actually produce a list of things that they want changed. It's nice that 5 million people showed up. It's nice that 5 million people got organized, got out there, got ready, that everybody had their head on a swivel. But yes, this next time around or so, they need to show up with a list of what needs to be done, because we need a course correction ever so quickly, and we need particular people held accountable. Particular people who still have their jobs as of currently. Ooh. Pencil on one half of the page, then mirror it on the other half. Nice. I've seen that mirroring technique. I love it in a certain way, because it gives you that lovely symmetry, and symmetry amongst butterflies and many other insects is actually very, it's needed. Symmetry means you can fly straight and fast, and you can, go about your business in a way that is well productive. Funny enough, though, things like mammals, sometimes even birds and certain other creatures, symmetry is actually less seen as a good thing. It leans into the uncanny valley. Very much so. Very much so. Very much. It looked almost like a slow Sunday march. Looked like a slow cakewalk, per se. It looked like, we're all just out here, hey, Rose Parade, and I'm just like, where was the fire? Where was the heart? Where was the soul? Where was the list of, we need these things done? You better get them done in a timely manner. Like, I was expecting a bit more of a Karen energy in a positive way, and instead it was much more, let's get a bouncy house out here. And I'm like, what? No. Yes, absolutely. If you go up here, oh my goodness, 10K, thank you very much. I do appreciate your nimble fingers. Is you go to the Blinks and Lio, it's only $5 per card. You can get between 1 and 10 cards. I would highly suggest roughly 3 to 5 now that the Mercury retrograde is over. And yes, come on back after that. Thank you so much, Demon. I appreciate it. Oh, goodness. I was going to set a collective card 4, but yes. Oh, it is. But, I appreciate the fact that they are showing up. It's a shame that it took this much to get them motivated. But I am appreciative that they are showing up. I hope they will continue to maintain that energy the first time that they have to be faced with the more aggressive side of things. Honestly, I hope that motivates them even more. No, it is not a possibility to get a reading for free. Well, it's even simpler than that. It wasn't even about a difference of wants. It was they did not actually stand on the things that they said that they did. They had no answers. They had lots of platitudes. They had plenty of things that they said they wanted to see. But when confronted with a reality of needing to stand on business when it came to bills and resolutions and whatnot, they crumpled, they folded. Not half of them. Many of them flipped over to the other party or reached across the aisle and participated with. So, yes, them being blue doesn't mean really anything anymore. What they do action-wise is what actually counts for something. Because I have seen far too many of them that are very, very willing to act in favor of things that are antithetical to the people's wishes and wants and wills and needs. So, yes, I am using our lovely, lovely steampunk deck tonight. I do have the Lover's Path and Mucha. Right now, though, I am... Oh, there it is. I also do have the Shadowscape deck. I was like, I swear the Shadowscape deck has been playing a little bit of hide and seek with me. So what came out? So setting up the wedding tent or setting up the celebration. The Four of Wands, which the wands are... The wands are, funny enough, the suit of fire. Basically think of the warming fire, the camping fire. And the setting up of the tent is getting ready for a celebration, getting ready for something new and wonderful, something that's been planned for a while, but now the action is actually being put forward. You're actually having forward momentum. You're getting caterers set up, and the floor is being put down for dancing, and, you know, things are getting moved on a more timely basis. And with it comes the Six of Wands, which is actually seeing the reward for your hard work. Gee, I wonder what this is about. I wonder what this might actually pertain to. So yes, make those plans. Actually move forward, put it together, and see that your hard work will actually come to fruition and it will be recognized in grand ways. And don't always worry about being the person on the horse who's you know, getting the rose petals thrown at their feet. Sometimes it's kind of nice to be the people in the background who are also getting to watch the frivolity and having it, you know, come to them in a vicarious manner. You're always going to have somebody who's the front, the face, as it were. But that doesn't mean that you're not also being recognized for being behind the scenes as well. Absolutely, of course you can get your card drawn, my darling. Hello, darlings. How are we doing this evening? We've got tarot cards on. If you do not know me, this is Inner Bathory, the persona. I am a practicing witch of 25 years. I have been reading tarot cards for 15. And, what can I say? I am many things to many a people. And if you wish to find me in a... more nighttime, darker capacity, I highly suggest that you find Inner Bathory. Is it your first time with me? I feel honored. My goodness. Hello, Fisher. I didn't realize it was your first time. Could have sworn that... No, maybe I have not. Goodness. Hello, my dear. Hopefully you're doing well. Oh, sorry, my neck is finally starting to realign itself. Joys of wearing a corset. I bet you are, darling. They always tremble the first time, but it's out of pure excitement, I'm sure. First card read, and you grab a Major Arcana. Wow, this one has been popping up quite a bit recently. Hello, thank you, darling. How do you do? Come on in. Temperance. Oh, the joys of temperance. Temperance is the balance between indulgence and chastity. chastity doesn't always just refer to how much one gets out there. Chastity or chasteness is also about piety, I guess, is a even better word. How much you indulge or don't indulge. When you indulge, it can be lovely, but you can, do a bit too much and get yourself to ruin. And then piety, you create that denial and ache, but when you go unfulfilled for so long, it starts to turn into resentment. So in your case, in your life, you need to learn the difference between holding back because it's actually necessary, holding back because you're building towards something bigger, something more, something indulgent and prurient, but so far off that it doesn't actually feel like an attainable thing. And learning to indulge at times, just a bit, just something here and there. Setting reasonable goals and actually rewarding yourself when you make those goals or when you hit those particular markers. It's funny, people see temperance and they go, oh, I must pull back. No, not always, not always. You're finding the between. You're finding what works in even measure. So say you're saving up for a Lamborghini. Don't ask, it's just a very expensive car from what I hear. Say you're saving up for a Lamborghini, but in the meantime you're only taking the bus. And you're never actually learning how to drive or how to appreciate how a car works. Or the fun things that you can do when you have a car, like being able to just go on a day trip. Or go pick up friends, go out for dinner, instead of having to wait for the schedule. Being able to go and do as you please when you need and when you want. So what's the in-between? Get yourself a nice used car. Maybe something a little bit nice. But get yourself a nice used car. And learn to appreciate that car and what it does and how it handles and the freedom that that car has. In learning that temperance, in learning that balance, you may figure out, maybe a Lamborghini isn't actually the goal that I want. It's very far off. It's very, very expensive. But also, I have to be careful about it. I have to get very expensive insurance. It doesn't give me the freedom that I was actually thinking it would. But a Mustang would give me the freedom along with that fun that I want. It would have that little bit of clout tacked on to it. It would be something that is lovely and gives me that happiness, but also is a much more attainable goal that doesn't dissuade the fact that you wanted to buy a car that had some flash to it. So, yes. Learn to let go a little bit. Oddly, I was like, we're not dialing back. No, we're dialing forward. Learn to actually reward yourself now and again, my darling. Hello, darling. Yeah, isn't a Mustang absolutely gorgeous? Oh, between a Mustang, a Stingray Corvette. Oh, there's the lines on that car, that lovely wobble, those curves. Oh, absolutely indulgent. And a 1976 Dodge Charger. The sound that those things make, they just make me water from many a place. Thank you. Hello, darlings. How do we do today? 2019 blacked out Mustang. Oh my God. Yes, please. Oh, let me indulge in that. Oh, thank you, darling. I appreciate that. So, Demon, I hope that did help. Don't know how we got to talking about cars, but it happens. Oh, good. Indulge yourself. Do something that you haven't done before. Like there's nothing worse than wanting to do something but have never done the thing, and then not knowing until much later, oh, I should have tried that earlier, I would have enjoyed it. That, or going and doing the thing and going, oh yeah, no, this is not me, I hyped this up way too much, no. Kind of like, at some point in time, I was like, maybe I want to go bungee jumping. And then I tried some similar activities, and I went, oh, no, absolutely not. No, I'm good. That's an overhype. Yes, if you go to the Blinks and Lio, oh, thank you so much, 14K. If you go to the Blinks and Lio, there are a couple of waves there, and $5 per card. 1 to 10 cards can be purchased at a time, and I highly suggest aiming towards that 3 to 5 range. That seems to be the most helpful for people. Now, if you are a subscriber, you do get a 1 free card pull each month, so make sure that you are indulging in that. Right. Mustang is a beautiful car. It is absolutely gorgeous. Chevy Sonic lime green. I love that. I love that you can actually have some fun with that. My goodness, yes. Oh, I hear you. I understand. I'll weep gently for you, but I do understand. Right. Hey, and at least you got to have it for a little while. You got to hold it. It was yours. You actually got to indulge in the thing that you wanted to. Sometimes, you have to, change up things just a touch, but I do appreciate that you at least got to have your dream. Oh, not bad. So you got to have it for 3 years, which is lovely. And it's still in good enough order that it should sell for a handy price, and maybe even be able to get you a very solid down payment on something that'll be good and functional. Not to mention, nowadays they actually do make some pretty nice cars. Just saying. Might not be the worst thing. Yes! Oh my god, yes. Ugh. Now, I don't get driven around often, but when I do, oh my god. I love being the passenger princess. I truly do. I'm about that close to just hanging my head out from the side of a car whenever I get to be in the passenger seat. Because I finally actually get to look around and see what's going on in the world, rather than having to be focused on the road. Just, okay, what's going on? Where are we going? Okay, there's an accident over there. We've got a stall over here. Okay, this is the... There's so much you have to do when you're driving, when you are the driver of a car, to make sure that you're being safe on the road, of course. But yes, when you get to be the passenger princess, oh, it's so nice. It's so nice. I absolutely adore it. Yes. Unfortunately, it seems that cars that are of a particular variety, they are quite a bit more... What's the word I'm looking for? They are depreciation value. Just, it is absolutely criminal in so many regards. Because it's like, if you drove it well, and you didn't, do anything untoward with it, then, they shouldn't be depreciating it that fast. But there. Yes! That part! I've honestly been in a car when somebody else was driving, and I'm like, I didn't recognize that this place had, like, water fountains. Or, oh, I didn't know that we had one of those around here. And they're like, it's been here forever. And I'm like, yes, but I'm constantly driving. So eyes on the road, I can't always look to see that there's a garden, or a park, or a strawberry patch, or something to that effect. So, yes, absolutely. Fair enough. Toyota does hold their value quite well for quite some time. Oh, yeah, that's lovely. 50% cacao, dark chocolate. I think somewhere between 50 and like 62% is the right amount of bitter dark chocolate for me. When it gets to 72%, I start wondering who hurt you. Well, you know me, darling. I always have sweet teeth. One of my favorite chocolate desserts is a nice dark chocolate mousse. It's so rich, it almost makes me wish I had somebody to share one with. But oh, a nice dark chocolate mousse with that nice ganache layer on top, thin as glass. Ooh, with a little Ferrero Rocher and maybe like a mint sprig or two. Just absolutely adore it. Thank you, darling. Thank you. So yes, I need to get $600 more together to pay off my rent for this month. After which, I will need to pay... I do need to pay my AAA and my phone bill, but those are a little bit later on in the month. And I definitely want to get my nails done. They need to be filled. Part of me, though, just wants to jump straight over to... Where's the length I'm looking for? Everybody has those blunted coffin-tipped nails. Where? Ah, there you are. No, get back here, you bastards. I want these. I know it adds like a full inch, but I want the daggers. I don't want to wait anymore for them. They're too gorgeous, they are too lovely, and there are too many things that I want to do with them. Well, darling, I learned that from Iron Chef. Funny enough, and I'm talking the old school Iron Chef. The way they described food and ingredients, I absolutely adored it. It made the eating experience so much more pleasuresome. Even when I was just observing others eat, the way they actually described the food made me want to try it, and made me actually go out and try different ingredients that I had never seen or never worked with before. And honestly, I found quite a few that I absolutely adored, like duck. And then others that I'm just like, oh yeah, nope, this is not for me. This is not for me. This is absolutely not for me. Like fermented natto bean paste. It was never meant to be. Ooh. 74% dark cacao, wrapped around a nice fluffy fruit or mint filling. Ooh. That sounds absolutely heavenly. Oh yes, I love Chopped and Cutthroat Kitchen. There's the amount of spicy gear that they use on Cutthroat Kitchen. Wait, no, the one with Alton Brown. Is that Cutthroat Kitchen or is that Chopped? I don't know why I get the names always mixed up. But the one with Alton Brown. You cannot tell me for 1 second that that man isn't of the spicy variety. You just simply can't. He knows his gear far too well and incorporates it into his shows oh so often that you absolutely have to believe that he knows exactly what he's doing, and I giggle wretchedly at it. No, that does not make your palate underdeveloped. So, see, I'm not a fan of Bobby Flay, but we will come back to that in just a second. So, you liking white chocolate does not mean that your palate is underdeveloped. It means that your palate is developed for a different part of the cacao plant. White chocolate is the fat of the bean. The white chocolate is still a part of the cacao, is part of the cocoa, as it were. But it's the fatted part of it. So you like things that are a little bit more sweet, that are a little bit more subtle, and that can be paired well with other things. Honestly, white chocolate paired on, say, lavender, or with peach, or mango mousses. Those are beautiful things. So it doesn't mean that your palate is underdeveloped. It just means your palate is developed in a slightly different direction. Whereas my palate, I sort of am okay with white chocolate. I am really not a fan of milk chocolate. I'll have it because it's chocolate, but I'm not a fan of it. I'm really not. I like dark chocolate. I adore dark chocolate. And you've seen me have dark chocolate. I love it, love it, love it. So yeah, it's that you're a little bit different, not that you're underdeveloped. See, no, I can pass on that all day. The white chocolate Reese's, too sweet for me. Too sweet for me. That's the only thing. It's too sweet for me. The dark chocolate, which I can only find in a very limited variety here and there, and when I see it, I grab it. The dark chocolate peanut butter cups or the dark chocolate nut butter cups. Oh my god, I love those. Oh, they're so lovely. They're so they're divine, they're bitter, they're gently sweet, just that nuttiness that spreads over your tongue. It's so gorgeous. It's sumptuous. I love the little specialty Kit Kats. Those are so lovely. Oh, I love those. And so many different varieties. Honestly, I wish they would bring more of those flavors over here. Like their creme brulee. It uses a white chocolate but has like a creme brulee flavor to it with the wafering. Absolutely gorgeous. Wonderful to an absolute T. Their dark chocolate mint is just, I cannot get over it. Yes, I love, pairing something sweet with something savory, something richly, with something a bit more reserved, a bit more bitter, absolutely. It's the pairing of flavors. It makes it lovely. It gives it more nuance. I didn't know that. I think I have one of those nearby. I might need to actually check that out. Yes, oh my god, the Trader Joe's dark chocolate peanut butter cups and their dark chocolate nut butter cups. Oh, those are lovely. Those are gorgeous, those are wanton and wonderful, and I absolutely enjoy them. Oh, right. They carry things from around the world, especially when it comes to snacks and honestly, they have some of the best spice mixes. They've got the lovely simple syrups, and they have some very, very interesting decor, to say the least. You can find, especially for kitchen goods, they have so many things. They have so many things. I kind of miss shopping there, mostly because I wasn't living anywhere near one the last time, and I happened to have driven by one more recently, so just saying. Dark chocolate pairs well with lighter fruits, citrus. Yes, stronger mint and flour. I absolutely love when they pair dark chocolate and mint, or dark chocolate and like raspberry. Dark chocolate and strawberry is nice, but I think raspberry just punches a little bit nicer. Or dark chocolate and blackberry. Oh. If you want to pair it with florals, dark chocolate and violet, or dark chocolate and pansy. Yes, rose can pair well, but rose and chocolate do fight it out for who's going to be dominant in that particular pairing. So it has to be a very well-balanced pairing to begin with. Can't be over the top, it can't be too strong. Trying to remember some of the other floral pairings. I do love a good floral pairing, to say the least. Really? I'm not saying that you have to try it all the time, or that you just haven't found the right one. But I am saying, give it a chance. Look around and see if you can find some pairings. or even like a flight of different like chocolates and whatnot. See if there's one out there that might not just, hit a little bit different. I want to say that there is, I can't remember if it's called Ashanti chocolate. There is a chocolate business that is on here, and they source everything from Ghana, which is the home country to the business owner, and it's all fair trade, and they hand grind, or not hand grind, but they do all the micro roasting and grinding of the beans here, and their chocolates look absolutely divine. I would honestly love to try their chocolates, because oh my god, yes, absolutely yes, and they have all different flavors. They're just gorgeous. I think most people would love to be able to indulge in certain things, especially if it's their hyper focus, and make, or at least help to make, better product, to say the least. I think we have a lot of stuff that is good, but I think if more people were to be able to follow their dream, that we could have much better product on the market as a whole. Wait, you actually get to do that at Christmas time? Do tell. Do tell. I'd love to know about this. More. Honestly, if I were to do, well, for a daytime job, let's call it a daytime job. For a daytime job, if I was able to just learn how to cook and then figure out basically how to do a layman's versions of elevated dishes, I would be so happy with doing that. Because I think everybody should have good, interesting, tasty food. And sometimes when all you've seen is the elevated, you don't quite know how to bring it to a level that you can palate or that you can find ingredients for. So I think finding workarounds to a lot of things would be just, oh, I'd be so happy about that. And then, by nighttime, Why, thank you, darling. Aren't they absolutely gorgeous and lovely? Hello. So, if you are doing the tapping, at 20k I will pull yet another community card. No problem there. And then, I think I'll reserve the party tricks for tonight. Yes, I think I'm going to reserve the party tricks for tonight. My fangs seem to want to wobble just a bit, which means they may have actually gotten a little bit warm and tight, a little bit warped. So I'm going to have to make a new pair soon. I will be moving my my darker nighttime stuff, including the nails with the ASMR, to my Inner Bathory channel. If you are over the age of 21, yes, I am setting that up now. If you're over the age of 21, I would suggest going over there, and I will be posting up a list of rules and whatnot. But yes, I will be... Sanguine Threads will, always do the tarot cards no matter where I go. But Sanguine Threads will be, grocery hauls, crafting, doing some of the fun stuff and whatnot. Everyday, day-to-day, daytime kind of stuff. I think the ASMR fits better for adjusting headspace, which is what Inner Bathory is going to be much more about. And it's going to be adjusting headspace in a couple of different ways. So, duly noted. Hello, darlings. Welcome. Come on in. How are we this evening? And even... There we go. It's funny, more than one. I did a couple of videos that as I was going back through everything I've ever posted. I did a couple of videos from that taller conic perspective versus my actual height. I looked so tiny. So very tiny. Is that how shorter people appear to you long-legged likes? Thank you, Playful. Like, people who are over 6 feet, especially if you're well over 6, do we honestly, minuscule. I mean, yes, I'm only about 5'5" with my shoes on, but I did not think that I looked quite that small. WTF. At that top, I mean, and yes, there's a lot. You couldn't see my feet, but neither can I, for a variety of reasons. But it's... I looked so short. I looked practically like a child, save for the fact that these things are here, but... Hello, darlings. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Oh, you know what? Give me half a second. They've changed a few things. There we are. Hello, darlings. Hello, hello. How are you today? Well, this evening. As it goes, oh my goodness, I can't believe it's spring already. I mean, I can believe it, but it is staying bright so much later, and it is getting light so much earlier. Why? Right. I don't need to know what the feet look like anyways, right? There's just servants under them. They can tell me what it looks like. Plus, these are so much fun. And so soft. Oh, wait. Let me see if I can actually pop my shoulders. Well, there was an elbow. Oh, that feels a little bit better. So, for those of you who do not know, yes, I wear corsets, and I wear them as a way to help me actually sit up a little bit straighter, but also they carry the weight of the worlds with them. So, yes. I am a 40,000-year-old vampire in a battery. How do you do? I am a dominant femme. Right now I'm being polite, but we have seen tonight already that there are certain people who can stoke my ire. And then, yes, I also do happen to make, or have made, corsets. And I do have ones that I am working on. I think, honestly, the corsets that I have so far I'm going to keep as are for me. But I think the next corset that I complete, I'm actually going to put up for sale on the Mayhem Marketplace. And it is definitely going to be plus size. It is going to be made for somebody closer to my size. So you're looking at a bust of around 52 inches. Actually, because this is my sewing table that I've actually been using. No need to auction. I'm going to set a price. The price shall be met. So, See, and this is why I do everything, what do you call it? I do everything by measurement. I like doing customs. So, hips, 55. Making sure that this is setting at the right place. This is the barrel. This is the under. 43. Not bad. Whoop. And then we're going across the bust. 52. So yes, there is a full, roughly 9-inch difference between barrel, or my band size, which is smaller than I thought it was going to be, and the bust size. So yes. Yes. That will be listed by tomorrow. I am finally getting off of my... I'm getting over myself, and it will be listed, so yes. Yes, a very full hourglass. It's an hourglass with some extra time. I love the Victorian hourglass shape, and it lifts and takes off so much pressure from the shoulders and the back because it's doing the heavy work, as it were. A 2-layer corset is going to run about $300. A 3-layer corset is going to run about $450. It is going to be steel boned. It'll be quilted. So let me show you the style. So that is what quilting is. It'll be basically stitched in so that it is going to be durable. It is going to hold. It is going to be... Are these heavy? Oh, goodness, yes. Oh, goodness, yes. In a regular bra size, I am roughly 42, 44-ish in my band size. And I am roughly an F cup. So I fill a cup pretty generously, and I like to wear balconettes or demis, which are basically kind of what this is doing. It's giving a half cup for everything to kind of just nestle into. I have a little bit more of a rounded shape, so yeah, I just loop. But yes, as they are, when you have to lift them yourself, yeah, they're a couple pounds each, which doesn't always seem like so much, but when they're in free flight, as it were, that's what they start doing if I try to run. When they're in free flight, they can be very noticeably uncomfortable afterwards because they pull and because they move so much. The weight of them moves so much, and apparently my body believes in gravity. So, yeah. Like, I don't like running unless I am very well kind of strapped into place, because my chest will hurt so badly from from the movement of it all. Like, I laugh at sports bras. Oh, look, we're going to give you this slightly stretchy fabric, and we're just gonna throw it on over there and hope to God they don't just yeet themselves out the side or flip that whole shit up. Trying to find a sports bra in my particular size? Oh, laughable at best. Right. That part. Get yourself a custom something to hold them. Just to give you some scaffolding, just to literally take the weight up off of your shoulders and back so that your muscles can relax and stop spasming. Because, yes. Like, anytime somebody goes, oh my God, I can hold those for you, I'm like, you say that, You say that, but if I were to take 2 sizable pomelos and put them in your hands, and then ask you to just walk around for the next 20, 30, 45 hour, oh, trust me. Oh, trust me. Your arms would be burning. Your muscles would be screaming. By the end of it, you would probably go, I can't, titties. Like, you would look like a T-Rex. Like, it's not like you're carrying around, a feather in your hand. You are carrying something that is weighty. It is sizably so. And has the mind of an orange cat. It wants to roam. It just wants to go off. It shares 2 brain cells between the both of them. Just say. Right, they would never want bosoms again. Now, that all being said, I absolutely love my bosoms. Honestly, if I could move the part that is under here to the front of this, oh, I would do it. I would absolutely do it. It would probably take a couple more inches off my band size, or give me a couple more cup size up front. But, oh, I would do it. But I also know that I would be absolutely paying for it with how badly my back would hurt. Like, I know that it would be quite the endeavor, and I would have to go to the gym, if for nothing else, to get back muscles like Arnold Schwarzenegger, while carrying enough mommy milkers to feed most of Wisconsin. Just saying, tell me I'm wrong, darlings. Tell me I'm wrong. Oh. Okay. Get to 20K. I'll tell you what those cards said. Got an interesting cards popping out today. Work those fingers. You know what to do. Hello, my darlings. Come in, come in. How are we this evening? I know some of you have questions. I have plenty of answers, of course. Just go ahead and politely ask. Now, I know for some, you've met me before. For some, you're not sure what I am. Says it right there, though. What do I know about fingers? Well, I have ladies' fingers. I have to navigate that one carefully. I have ladies' fingers in the pantry. I almost said in me. I don't know why. Fingers are a good thing. Who doesn't like a good fingerling potato? Or butterfinger? Or good finger food? Just saying. Just saying. Hello, darlings. Come, come, come. I am your resident witch, tarot card reader, vampire. How do you do? I'll have to say their royal milk tea is quite lovely. Ooh, a nice cucumber sandwich. Cucumber. Now, the traditional tea sandwich is the cucumber with butter, and I think it's a little bit of dill. Substitute instead for cream cheese and a bit of chive to go with your cucumber and that little bit of dill. And honestly, I know it tastes a bit more like a pickle sandwich, but it is so worth it. It's not as wet. It's moist. It's not as wet as a pickle sandwich, but you get a lot of the notes of that pickle, but retain that lovely crunch of cucumber. They still need to be mandolin super, super thin. Yes, I am putting on an accent affect. It's very 1700s colonial era. I am an old vampire, so sometimes I just use translation spells. And, well, seeing as I was the daughter of an empress, and an empress amongst many other noble rankings, posh apparently is where that accent tends to stick. Must remember to enunciate around the fangs. Hello, darlings, how do we do? And how did you like that tea party? My goodness, we're nearly there. If once we get to 20k, I will read the cards that were ever so happy to jump out as a community read. But yes, please, I know that there are more people in here suddenly. Feel free to ask questions. I do how do we put this? I appreciate them, even when they're slightly trollish. Honestly, I think I'm in the mood for that just a touch. Hello, hello. How do we do? Come. Yes, we've got tarot cards, so if you need a read, just head on up to the Blinks and Lio. It's only $5 per card, and by all means, get as many as you need. Hello, my darlings. Come in. What shall we talk about? What can I teach you? Ever so much, I'm sure. Come, with over 100 of you, there has to be some sort of question. God, I love my villain Earl Grey. There are days I have trouble not looking at myself like that. Why, thank you, darling. I had a lovely ombre effect done. Darling, take your caps locks off. Yes, I ate today and I do plan on eating again. Yes, I am. Oh, thank you, darling. I am working on a few things. Had to do some heavy thinking. That was slowing me down by quite a bit. So, yes. I will still continue to do tarot cards here. I will still continue to show up. But if you wish to honestly see more of Inner Bathory, especially Inner Bathory as a dominant femme, more of the ASMR that I do, find my Inner Bathory page. I will be readjusting a few things over there, but it's absolutely going to be worth it. And there are going to be two rather different feels to the pages. Over there, going to be a little bit more dark, a little bit more dominant, a little bit more interesting, shall we say. Over here, still a little bit more lighthearted, a little bit more daytime activity, if you know what I mean. Thank you, darlings. Oh, I love it when you follow instructions so well. Ooh, now that sounds fantastic. Ritz cracker, cream cheese, a thin slice of tomato, thin slice of cucumber, sprinkle of dill. Oh, I would say add to that just a tiny sprinkle of either cumin or celery salt. Really makes the flavors pop. Thank you, darling. So, the cards that decided to jump out. The Empress and the King of Cups. So, the Empress, ever so lovely, Major Arcana. Ooh, I like that. I do like that. Especially when you've got a bit of good Kewpie mayo. So the Empress is a person who can create something out of nothing, who speaks into existence that which needs to exist. She is almost the embodiment of gentle chaos in a lot of ways. Hello, Harsh. How do you do, my dear? We honestly need more creators, more people who step forward, bring in art, who get things organized, who create inroads within community, honestly. And I think that's why the King of Cups shows up. So, the King of Cups is the suit of water, and water has memory. water remembers what is done and flows between all things. Hard to explain at some points conceptually. The King of Cups is a person who brings opportunities, good tidings, often sets up parlances between larger entities. And so I think between the Empress and the King of Cups, as a collective, we need to work towards creating more, setting a banquet table, getting people to that table, and being unafraid of speaking into existence the things that we actually want to see and things we actually need. So, yeah, I think that works. I think I'd be quite happy by that. And honestly, who doesn't like it when a nice, well-besuited man brings you a lovely decanter of something deep and red? Hello, hello, my darlings. Come on in. How do we do? What shall we speak on? We talk about all kinds of things here. So you need only shout out a subject and we can kind of go from there. But so far we have definitely talked about the corsetry, like what I make. Steel-boned, ever so lovely for holding back the tides, and gives my back quite the rest that is needed. Helps me actually sit up quite straight. And yes, they will be going on sale, hopefully very, very, very soon. And I will be actually putting together basically a breakdown of how to get measured for a custom corset. Yes, I do all manner of spells, but I rarely do spells for other people. I would much prefer to do spells mostly for myself, but also I'm a chaos witch and a hedge witch at that. So I know that things can go off the rails if I'm not careful. I am doing quite a bit better. I had quite a few things that I needed to, think over, but it is what it is. I've unfortunately seen Harry Potter. I have a lot of thoughts on it, and I do not appreciate the author. The author is an aberrant person who is deeply dissatisfied with themselves, and honestly, I think they might be closeted at this point for how loud they are constantly about the LGBTQ community. Oh, no worries, no worries. Sometimes I will share my candle blessings or some of the craft that I'm doing, but yes, I rarely do spells directly, save for things like cord cutting spells or spells of separation. Why, thank you, darling. Oh, yes. Miss JKR. She is violently transphobic. One of her sole black characters was named Kingsley Shacklebottom. Or Shacklebolt. Sorry, Shacklebolt. One of her few Asian characters was Cho Chang, which is it runs so close to Yellowface, to say the least. And she is deeply, deeply, deeply anti-Semitic. The goblins are very much running off of old anti-Semitic tropes from literally the Renaissance era. She is also apparently all up in ace people's business now, and I'm not here for her. Thank you, darlings. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Why, you're welcome, my dear Luna. I don't expect everybody to know everything, because her books did come out quite some time ago, as did the movies. But it's like, once you know a thing, especially once you know about certain old tropes that are very much not in favor, that are very, very harmful, you can't unsee them. And she was incredibly in your face with some of those particular tropes, especially the anti-Semitic ones, within the game, which she had a hand in what she wanted to see, what she wanted to do, all those kind of things. I can do a reading. If anybody needs a read, if you go up to the Blinks in Lyle, it's $5 per card. You can buy between 1 and 10 cards and then come on back and I read those live. That way you know you are getting exactly what you are paying for. So yes. I feel you. I definitely feel you. Here's the thing is, the way I'll answer your question in just a second, my darling. The way she has been so very loud in who she supports, and she has supported people who are out and out palm color supremacists and Yahtzee supporters. Yes, I want to give her absolutely none of my money because I do not support any of those things, and I find her having that money and doing those horrible things is so incredibly aberrant. I just can't. As for turning you, absolutely not, darling. I'm a 40,000-year-old vampire. I was an empress back in my time. Well, I was an empress, a Marishona master, goddess, so many other things as well. But the thought of putting fang to flesh and creating yet another... I'm not here for children. I can't be babysitting for the next several hundred years while people are learning all the ins and outs of vampire society. I just much prefer to be me, myself, and constantly hitting on the werewolves that serve me. Consensually. Oh, we were just talking ever so quickly about J.K.R., the author of the Potter books. Let's put it this way: she so hates people who are trans that she, and I mean with no irony, she did this. She wrote a book under a man's name as a pseudonym that was about a man who pretended to be a trans woman so that he could target cis women. Like, and she did so with no irony whatsoever. Thank you, darling. I appreciate that. So yes, now I don't. That and her writing is not so well done. Oh really? Yes, darling. Yes, Davy Crockett was an actual person. He wasn't nearly as good as or as near as folk hero-ish once you really get into his history. Thank you, darling. He's not nearly as folk hero-ish as the stories make him out to be, and honestly, he died in some of the most pathetic manner. But, yes, he's an actual person, as was, many other, folk heroes. So, like, Doc Holliday existed, Billy the Kid existed, the Lone Ranger actually existed, but it was actually a black man who was a Texas Ranger, who actually was taught by the Native Americans how to do a lot of tracking and how to do a lot of survival and whatnot, but he was definitely a one-man unit when it came to bringing justice to the Wild West, and because they did not think, Hollywood I should say, of that era, did not think that they could sell the story of a black man being a officer of the law, in fact one of the most celebrated officers of the law, they made him palm color instead. Yes, I do, and I will be making commissions available. Dual layer corsets will be $300, and then a triple layer corset will start at $450. It is all steel bone, brass grommeting, laces front and back. That way you can get yourself in or out. You're not beholden to somebody else getting you into your gear. And I usually use jacquards or silks for the outside, coutil in the middle, and then a nice soft Japanese cotton inside to make it the most comfortable to wear. So yes, thank you, darling. Also, I do have my tarot card, so if anybody needs tarot card reading, by all means, check the links in Lio. There are plenty of ways to go about it. Hello, how do you do? Feel free to ask questions. Definitely feel free to ask questions. I noticed there are quite a few more in here now, so let's go ahead. As long as you can phrase it with some amount of respect. And don't worry if you see somebody who's a bit trollish. That's perfectly fine, my darling. I have no problems putting them in their place. Thank you, darling. Thank you ever so much. So, 53, 43, 52. I use a Victorian style corset, so you get that nice hourglass. And I will be giving good instructions for when somebody's getting a commission. I'm basically going to allow for quite a bit of messaging back and forth, because I know everybody's point of pressure, the bottom of the rib cage, is a little bit different for each person. So in order for a corset to work its best magic, you actually do have to conform at least somewhat to where the bottom of the rib cage is, where the top of the hip is, and for some people they've got plenty of room in between the two. For other people they have got literally next to none in between the two. I have met somebody who had a literal 2-inch span between the bottom of their rib cage and the top of their hip. Trying to shape them was an interesting endeavor, but not bad. Thank you. Hello, darling. How are we doing this evening? Oh, thank you, darling. I do appreciate you saying that. Now, if some of you want to find a more nighttime in a battery, shall we say, and the ASMR, and you wish to get in on this loveliness and support directly, go do find that. I will be doing more on that page that leans towards the lovely and the dark. I'm going to keep Sanguine Threads up and running as my art, as, you know, the cooking, the daytime endeavors and whatnot. So I will be dressed as this for as much as I can. But the moment I get to 1,000 over there, I am going to start scheduling lives that are specifically in a battery. Honestly, the most believable is that people built it. And that it is not nearly as difficult as some people want to say that it is. Honestly, you can use small brass spheres to move heavy things. And honestly, we had the means to do so much more, but certain people don't like admitting that certain other people could have had these technological advancements. Yes, I've noticed that a lot of people. I have a very balanced overall figure. I have a very balanced, about halfway mark is good for me. But yes, for there I've noticed several of my friends, and it's funny enough, they're on that taller side too. Several of my friends have the long rib cage, but then the high hip, and so it leaves not much for the interaction in between. So if you type in a battery, it should say, I believe at this point it should say goddess in a battery. That would be me. For those who don't know, I also am I'm an accountant. I'm an accountant. Do with that knowledge what you will. But if you are under the age of 18, do not interact with me at all. I do check profiles from time to time, especially as new people come in. If I suspect that you are not of an age that I am okay with, I will escort you off my page. It is not a slight against you. It is much more that I have a very particular audience that I am trying to court, and I much prefer to interact with them. So act accordingly, and if you're asked to verify your age, it is for a reason. Should have been a history of... Oh. I mean, you never know. You never know. You know, that's not a bad idea. It's honestly not a bad idea. Hello, my darlings. We have got tarot cards on deck. If we get to 30k, I'll do another card pull for the community. This is one of the ways that I have income coming in. So if you wish to support, especially if you wish to support more directly, I would definitely say check the links in Lio. There are many ways to support directly, and I may be doing a little bit of readjusting here and there, but yes, I do hope that I'll be able to get a few things sorted out soon so that I can be my best and fullest self. Okay, apparently the one I'm supposed to pull is jumped early. Oh, you just got a new deck. Which deck did you get, my dear? I was a tutor. I was a tutor on a number of occasions, actually. Ooh, Art Nouveau. Did you get the Mucha deck? Yes! Oh, yes! I have a couple of decks. I have Klimt, Lover's Path, Shadowscape, Steampunk, and Mucha. Ah! Is it this one? Is it this one, my darling? I love that. Yes, yes, I do. It's a Lover's Path deck. Yeah. I love that. Isn't this one ever so grand? It's absolutely gorgeous. No, I had my nails done. I'm trying to support myself. I am working on doing more ASMR and whatnot. And part of that ASMR was actually having nails, something that I could actually work with repeatedly over time. And yes, wasn't it fantastic? So yes, no, I have these done. They are a gel set. I also get my toes done occasionally. You know, one of the joys of work. But yes, I absolutely adore having gel nails. Beautiful thin profile acrylic at that. They need to go in and secure these down the next time around. But yes, they're so fantastic. I love them. They make the most lovely and wonderful noise. And I love working with them. Now, in the long run, and yes, I like making these, but I make them as artwork. They're less so much of the, I can wear these, and much more of the, I just like making them as artwork. Oh yes, and I cultivated those for quite some time, even before I got the acrylics put on. And then when I went in to get the acrylics, I'm like, can you make them longer? And they're like, are you sure? I'm like, yes. Honestly, overall, I want my nails to be at least this long. So roughly 2-3 inches. I want claws. I want demonic. I want sack-you-slap. I want just sexy, gorgeous, just, oh my god, I want to be a scream queen. I want to be the embodiment of Elvira, Vampira, Lily Munster. I want to be that glampy, campy, vampy, all of the things. Just, I adore it. What can I say? Thank you, darling. Okay, I haven't done them at home. Let's start that whole story over. Originally, I was trying to do cosmetology. That's a tricky one. Cosmetology. But of course, when you're starting to practice, you're learning at the at-home stuff, and the at-home monomer and acrylic. I couldn't be around it. I got really dizzy. My system feels like it overheating. I get just so woozy. Could not do it. When I go to a salon, whatever they're using must be very, very different, because I don't ever seem to have problems with that. So, right. Maybe that's it. Well, no. It's literally the monomer itself, the at-home monomer itself. Because I tried a couple of different types. The kind that you can get to take home to do your own, my system seems to be allergic to it. The kind that they use in a professional setting is a very different kind, and you can only get it through very set specific spaces, places, and you usually have to have, I think, a licensing to get it. I do love gel nail polish, on the other hand, because, yeah, you're right, it has very, very low, like, fumage, which I appreciate, and I love the fact that it is very moldable, meldable, until you hit it with the UV light, and then that causes it to have the reaction and then harden into what it is. So yeah, I love having my nails done in a gel polish because they last forever. They are incredibly durable. Oh yes, I've had plenty of those. Right. It's not offensive. I've never taken that as offensive. In fact, I would take that as a compliment, if anything. But me, electric gummy garden, absolutely. It's been a very good long while since I've gummy gardened, because I've been trying to get some other things done. So yeah. Yes. Oh, okay. Yeah. Because when I go to the nail salon, like I can pick up on that they have monomer there, but I don't have the nasty reaction to it. So I'm like, I will continue to get it done professionally. Thank you. No, you're fine. You're fine. I would love to find a nail artist who really wants to go ham and like do extra. So far, I haven't quite found the right one for me. Oh, I've straightened my hair once. I literally looked like Terry Crews's character in Idiocracy. With my round face and these lovelies. No, it looked like a bad wig that did not belong on my body. Oh. Nice. Right, and don't we just love these curls? Really? Oh, that. I always wondered, because there were certain places that I went after getting my nails done. It felt like somebody had just held my nail beds to flame. It was so uncomfortable. I couldn't stand it. But like when I've gotten these done at Chloe's and Lomita, my fingers feel fantastic. I don't have that burning sensation. They are just absolutely wonderful, and never had a single problem with them. My curls are fantastic. Straight hair does not look right on me. Again, it's that very rounded face. When you straighten my hair out, it looks sad. It looks sad. And oh God, what are I look like a Pekingese. I look like my hair should be on a dog at a show. It does not look like, with all these curves, my hair needs to be as curvy as the rest of my body. If it is straight, oh no. No, 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 no. Oh, your family is from the Canary Islands. Oh, you know what, you're right. Oh, let's set up Rosa. Sometimes you have to remind me because I get to talking and I don't always recognize. Thank you so much for everybody who's been contributing. I really do appreciate it. I have my tarot cards, so if you need a tarot card read, by all means, by all means, by all means. Let's go with the Rosa. There we go. Yes, I love it. And I mean, I've been growing Villain Era Gray for a while, so I take that as a compliment. Ooh. Hello, B. How do you do, my darling? Yeah, I had somebody straighten my hair. Luckily, it was not a chemical straightening. Ooh, thank God it was not a chemical straightening. I've had somebody straighten my hair using basically a flat iron, and it was not good. It was not good. Yeah, I almost asked for the manager. Okay, I just no. Curly hair and me. Like, I would much rather have my curly hair than straight hair any day. And one of these days, though, I would like to wear, or learn to wear wigs. Oh, I forgot how good that feels. Oh. Well, and I happen to be half black, half white. So my hair is that junction between European and African. So I have roughly 3B hair. So I can't put overly heavy product in it. At the same point in time, if I put like a light mousse, my hair laughs at that and goes, "You tried. You tried. We're not going to listen, but you tried." And yeah, some people do fantastic with blow drying. Every time I've had my hair blow dried, like blow dried, oh no. No, my hair goes, we're going to follow the rules for about the first 10 minutes. And then the moment any sort of humidity hits, we're slowly going to curve back around to what we were doing before. So, yay. So for me, if I need to seal in some moisture, like I've done some heavy conditioning masks or conditioners in, I usually use a bit of beeswax to give it some more curl definition and seal in that moisture. But if I'm on the drier side, you have to do those hair masks and just let them dry as they will. If I use too much gel, if I use too much hold product, that will dry up my hair real quick. And again, there are days it does not matter what I want to do. Some days my hair is super dry. Other days my hair is really kind of greasy. So even though I wash or take a shower every day and at least let water run through, I cannot use shampoo every day, because if I do, it dries my hair out something awful. Although the Japanese honey shampoo and conditioner that I'm using right now are absolutely fantastic, I still can't shampoo every day because it will strip the moisture out of my hair, so. Right? Right? Oh, goodness. Oh, you're half black, half Puerto Rican. Oh, my goodness, you poor thing. Now that must have been quite the fight to get your hair to just come to heel, as it were. Poor thing. Oh, I know. See, and I grew up with a palm-colored mother. I'm adopted, but still hold those genes. Anyways, I grew up with a palm-colored mother who did not know what to do with my hair, but thought it was ever so cute when I had an afro. I think as rebellion, for quite some years, I cut my hair super short, that very WNBA hair, even before the WNBA existed. So I was asked a few times, do you happen to be? I'm like, why do you think that? Well, you got the short hair. And I'm like, look, just because I have short hair and I play basketball and I've got that line running through the back of my head, well, now that you say it. Oh, you had Jerry curl. Oh, you had Jerry curl. Oh. That told me everything I need to know right there. Honestly, I think it wasn't until, God, I think it was about high school I started growing my hair out. Mostly because I started getting into anime. I wanted hair down to my butt. I wanted that super long anime main character hair. I'm like, I wanted the long hair. I wanted this super long hair. And, like, my hair grows down to about the bottom of my shoulder blades and says, yep, we're good. I'm like, son of a bitch. Even if I clip it, even if I do all the things, the finite is at about bottom of my shoulder blades, but it creates this lovely mane, so I can't be that mad at it. Space buns! Yeah, the little tied up on one side, tied up on the other. I mean, there's a few things I do like to do with my hair, but yes. I wish my hair was a little bit closer to being a 4C curl. Mostly so that I could do gravity-defying, like, shaping and whatnot. But as it is, I just have natural 90s white snake hairband hair. Like, that particular aesthetic, it just, yes, I was fortunate, I'm born with it. I'm just saying. Oop, 30K. Hello, darling. How are you doing this evening? Somebody turned themselves over. I could have sworn. Could have sworn somebody turned themselves over. Hello, my dear Libra. How do you do? My Mayhem market is open. Just a few things are up on there. I've had a lot on my mind, a lot that I've been working on. If anybody needs custom anything, by all means, feel free to ask for it. I'm more than happy to do some commissions, because, yeah, I still have a lot of... I want to be successful. You know what I mean. Hello, darling. Corset made by me, dress made by Sheen. And honestly, it's lasted for several years now, so I can't be too mad at that. Hello. Ooh. Hanged Man. Changing a perspective. Looking at something from a slightly different angle, from a slightly different way. Oh, I have several velvet outfits, and I look absolutely fantastic in them. I love velvet. Actually, I just found out that one of the dresses that was sent to me, thank you so much for the person who went thrifting and happened to find this thing. Betsy Johnson. And it is the most gorgeous velvet dress that I have so far. I love it. Why, thank you, darling. Thank you so much. Yes, as for the card. The Hanged Man is a change of perspective, looking at something from somebody else's angle, from the way somebody else sees something, in order to give yourself a better idea of what others go through, to see if maybe you do need to do a bit of growing and change your own way that you comport yourself. Sometimes change your perspective on your art, or sometimes change your perspective on how you think about certain topics and whatnot, because that change might give you a bit more empathy, or at least a better idea of how others view you. So, isn't Victorian era just fantastic? Loving the chocolate. I love a good dark chocolate. It's just so good. Hello, hello, hello. How are you, my darlings? Come on in. So yes, I wear a corset mostly to support. It's like good scaffolding. It lifts the tides, as it were, takes some of the pressure off my shoulders and back, and makes it far more comfortable. So, ooh, dark chocolate. Always dark chocolate. Milk chocolate just doesn't do it for me. I would much prefer a good dark chocolate, that bitter to play off the sweet. It's creamy, it's lovely, it's wonderful, what can I say? Well, you gotta love when the cat dictates what you're gonna do. Are they trying to play with your screen, or just knock everything over? They're like, I want to see it too. What can I say? You gotta love them. Trying to remember which I switch between Mitchum, funny enough, and Secret. Mostly because those don't have too much scent to them. And if they do have a scent, it's kind of a lighter, more pleasant scent. I like something with like a little bit of spice. I tend to lean a little bit more towards either like one that has like no scent or powder scented. And then like when I'm using like a perfume or spray, I've been using ginger apple from Victoria's Secrets, or much more my favorite, but usually only used when I go out, I use this. And it's Queen from Queen Latifah. Has vanilla, musk, sandalwood, so spices, woods, soft florals, and sweetness to it. It's a very nicely balanced perfume, and it's not overly bright. It's not like pop star. It's much more, you can smell the refinement. Right. I like to change which one I use day to day, because sometimes the different formulas, if you use the same thing for too long, your body gets used to it, and so does the microbiomes, as it were. So one card pull. I've only been on for not even quite 2 hours now, and I plan to be on till about 9 o'clock. Yes, I did. I'm also trying to get a couple other payment methods up, mostly because I've noticed that sometimes I do have people who are international. So it makes it a little bit easier if I have things that can be accepted internationally, since the Ash Caps apparently is only a United States thing. So I was Renaissance Fair for quite some time, across from the tarot card reader. Went in, got my cards read one day because it looked like it was going to be good fun. Asked if anybody could do it. They said, yeah, anybody can pick up a deck of cards, read, get familiarized, and learn, rote memory kind of reading from there. And then once you get comfortable with that, you lean into your sensitivities and your gifts. Mine happens to be intuition. And kind of go from there. So I've been reading cards for about 15 years, but I've read into being an actual reader for people more heavily in the last 2 years. So for the person who's already paid for that one card read, thank you so much. And you can get between 1 and 10 cards. 10 card is a very in-depth Celtic cross read. 1 card gives you a quick overview. A lot of people seem to find it very popular to do between 3 and 5 cards. So, yay. Ah, okay. So we've got the 5 of Cups in reverse. The 5 of Cups tends to be a card of regret. All of those drinks, all of that spilled wine. Drinking to the point where it's a bit of excess, honestly. But a 5 of Cups in reverse. The regret is a little bit deeper, sometimes a little bit harder to let go of. It almost feels like you upended the cups yourselves, though. Almost like you had to cut ties with somebody. Or a group of somebody. Yeah, it feels like, yes, you regret the things that went by. The how to explain this one? It's like you inflicted the damage yourself, but it's something that you needed to do because you knew what was in these opportunities and the things that were being offered to you would not actually serve you. They wouldn't do well for you. And so you poured out each opportunity knowing that this isn't my vintage, this isn't my style, this is not for me. But still, I mean, you have regret over it because, what could have been if, what maybe I should have done. Don't hang on to any of that regret. Don't hang on to that way of thought. Because you were right, those things didn't serve you. Those weren't the things for you. At this point, you may need to just grab your own vintage, get your own cup, pour your own drink. But yeah, don't hang on to, well, dang, did I just do myself a disservice? Did I shoot myself in the foot? Maybe I should. No. Don't hang on to the things that you know are toxic. Just because somebody else went, oh, I would have killed for that opportunity. Oh, I would have done that. And maybe they weren't the most savory of people, but I would have stuck with it, and you could have gotten so much further, down the road to where you want to be if you had just. Somebody else will never know, not for sure, what the road held for you. And you have to make your own judgment. You have to decide whether or not something is right for you at that particular point in time or not. And if it's not, then it's not. And trying to force yourself down a road that you do not belong on is not only arduous, but it puts you further away from your goal that you actually want to be at. So, you made the right decisions. I understand why somebody's put a bit of an earworm of regret to you, but your life is your own, your journey is your own, and how and what you decide opportunity-wise to take is only for you to decide. Don't let anybody else give you regret over what they would have done. You knew in the moment if it was going to serve you or not. And if it wasn't going to serve you, then it did not need to be. So, let go of the regret. You can always pour yourself another drink. Hopefully of your own vintage, or at least one that suits you better. Don't know why this person feels overly close to you. You are welcome. What? No, I won't ask. It feels like somebody who was like close to you. Acquaintance, not a friend per se. But yes. Oh, pardon me. Hi, Sonny. How you doing, my darling? Give me just a moment. How are you doing, my darling? I hope you're doing well, my dear. We've got cards on deck, by all means. Okay. So yes, you can get anywhere between 1 and 10 cards. So 1 card gives you a quick overview, gives you a little insight, and then 10 cards is like a full read. And if we're doing a 10 card, I will grab my Shadowscape, because some people just need to be read for filth. Right, it's a lovely little song, and it gets into your ear and just sits there. I love that. I love that. Just a little mouse scuttling about. Oh, that's right. I wrote this down. So on Twitter, Inabathry, Blue Skies, Master Inabathry, Instagram is Master Inabathry and Sanguine Threads. YouTube is Sanguine_Bathry. On Mayhem Market, it is something Sanguine is the name of the shop. On Red Note, it is Inabathry as well. Sanguine Bathry is the name that you'll see over it. If you do a good search for Inabathry, you can find me, so feel free. Just recognize that some of those are of an accountant variety. Oh, good. Now you didn't miss any spoon opportunities. But I am glad you're giving yourself a little bit of a break. I know that kind of homework can be quite weighted some. Hello, Bee. How are you doing, my darling? Hopefully well. Don't worry. Sit. Decompress. I'll put you to sleep soon enough. Oh, yes. And for the sapphics in the crowd who are not quite sure if you can approach me in that particular capacity, in those particular places, yes, you can. Yes, you absolutely can. And I would absolutely adore working with you. I am a person who is pansexual, and I like entertaining a variety of company, so don't ever think that just because my leanings in particular things seem to be for a particular demographic. Trust me, you are not excluded. I would love to see you over there. Just trying to relax. Okay, that's fair and fine. That is fair and fine. I don't know why, but oh my god, am I in deep need of chocolate. I'm also trying to decide what I want for dinner tonight. I made a bunch of kimchi rice. So, yes. So it's 5 per card, and you can get between 1 and 10 cards. Hello, darling. How are you doing, my dear Carly Hawes? Welcome. How do you do? Come on in. We're just getting started. Hanging in there as best I can. So much has been going on lately. Maybe it's just that I needed something gently bitter in my mouth. Oh my goodness. On purpose? No. I'm sorry. My goodness, you have been busy. Hey, sometimes you have to ask, right? Are you nuts? Never. Why would I ever put one of those in my mouth? Couldn't be enough money. No, my goodness, no. Well, that'll occupy plenty of your time. My goodness. So was I. So was I. I don't know why this is a skill set that I have. Honestly, I think quite a good number of us were the, well, yeah, I guess we'll keep this one. Right. Okay, the vitamin C tastes good, as does it. Maybe I'm low on minerals. Maybe that's what's been going on lately. Hello, hello. Come on in. How do we do? Now, of course, for those who don't know, I have... What could I say? I have a little bit of everything. We talk about a little bit of everything. So feel free to pick a subject, lob it out there, and if you ever have a question or just something that's on your mind, let's talk about it. Bring it on in. Let's do that. Don't worry, darling. Take your time. When you need it most, and when you have the funds, by all means, come and ask, of course. That might be it. That honestly might be it. I thought I took in a decent amount of calcium, but I haven't had dairy nearly as much for the last couple of weeks. I thought maybe I was having too much of a cheese problem, because I would put cheese in practically, or eat cheese, I should say, every day. And I'm like, maybe I'm just having too much. You know what? Let's get the gut health back in order. We're going to have some kimchi, and we're going to do, stuff that doesn't have quite so much cheese, quite so much, meat protein. Do a little bit of a cleanse, as it were. And I've been cranky, and my whole system's been a little bit off. And just, oh my god, dark chocolate has never tasted better. And frickin' I can't seem to get enough citrus, which I'm not usually a huge citrus fan, so. Really? Hmm. I knew that was probably going to happen. Sorry, the fangs have to come out for a little bit apparently if I'm going to eat. If not, I'm going to be swallowing one of those, and that would not be a good thing. Ooh. Tête de moine. Sheep, like goat's cheese doesn't sound good right now. Too sharp, too tangy. But just either brie, something kind of creamy sounds really good. I have been a bit recluse over the last week and rather remiss in getting enough sunlight. So my vitamin D could be rather low. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. So if you go to the links in bio, it's $5 per card, and you can get between 1 and 10 cards. And basically, you pay for however many you want. Come back and I read them live. And basically, if you've never been read before, it's like getting a roadmap for what's kind of going on in your life. It gives you gentle road markers to what's been going on behind the scenes, what's affecting you in your day-to-day. Some of it's physical, some of it's more spiritual, emotional, psychological. And when it tells you about the future, it's gentle road markers for where you're headed. So nothing is hard and fast. You're not locked into the future. The future can be gently bent and twisted and pushed and pulled and whatnot. But I use basically my intuition and the cards to channel a better understanding of the metaphysical, as it were. And it can be incredibly helpful for quite a few people. But never let any sort of divination, witchcraft, or otherwise be the only end-all be-all for you. You still have to put in effort, and especially when it comes to things like illnesses, make sure that you're actually going to the doctors. Like, science has its place, witchcraft and metaphysical has its place, and don't worry, they can cross over just ever so lovingly well. Thank you so much, Deborah. What? You don't like more sunlight? I think I only got about I only got maybe 5-10 minutes of it today. I should have gotten up quite a bit more. I'll try and get some more tomorrow. Don't mind me as I clear a few things away. I don't think door dashing is going to be viable. Unfortunately, right now I have a 12-volt battery that is quickly dying and is not reliable. And the last couple of days that I tried to do DoorDash, I literally sat for hours with nothing. No offers coming through. And that is not sustainable as a business practice. So yes. So blinks are in Lio for card. They are 5 each. If you are a subscriber, you can ask for your free card pull each month. Do I do boxes? As in unboxing, or are we talking in a different capacity? Oh, I've thought about that. I am working with one of my lovely friends who is a very good sounding board on getting over my hesitation to have guests on. I realize that that is one of my hang-ups that I've been stuck on for a while now, because that person who became a friend who then... That is one of my hang-ups that I've been stuck on for a while now, because that person who became a friend who then turned out to be a really shitty person, gave me kind of a nasty type of PTSD in a way. I am a very cautious person to begin with, so them doing what they did made me incredibly cautious. That, and there have been other people that I've wanted to have on, that I've wanted to co-host, and now that I finally have a signal booster, I'm actually a little bit more comfortable, because this has apparently been running fantastically tonight as far as smooth. But yeah, like, I like to get to know a person before I have them up. Random people coming up is just... It can be really, really tricky. Oh, yeah, I feel you. Yes, absolutely. You can do it through gifting instead. So yeah, I know at some point I probably need to get over it. But yeah, I will definitely think about it for the future. I think I said something like, if you're doing a galaxy, because they take 60% from the creators that you gift to. That part, like what B said. Honestly, I will be super charitable today. If you do something that is worth $5 worth of coin, I'll go ahead and pull a card. We'll have some fun with it. Oh, you had to redo your cash. Oh my goodness. You can always gift. And let's see. I think I have the... Let's see. The hand hearts, the corgi, money gun, or DJ glasses. Each of those are $5 ones. Galaxy is 10, and then there's the whale diving. Sorry, every now and again I gotta remember to bend the cards the other way. Tomorrow night I will not be on, because there's a black munch that I would like to go to. Thank you, darling. Gift lit. So I will not be on tomorrow, but we can have fun in other ways, possibly during the day. And now that retrograde is over, Mercury retrograde is over, oh, thank God. It's going to be so much easier to communicate. Hello. Ooh, Page of Wands. Page of Wands is... What's the right word? Because there's a very particular word that is needed for this. They're a little bit hectic right now. They're a little bit White Rabbit, Alice in Wonderland. Like, they're not late, but they're definitely like, we've got a timetable. There's so much to do, so much going on. You know, they're trying to get everybody where they need to be and ushered about and whatnot. Page of Wands can be a little bit airy-fairy, a little bit, oh, thank you so much. I appreciate. Why does the word light in the loafers, which means a slightly different thing depending on context and whatnot, but like it feels like somebody is running around behind the scenes trying to get everything settled in a good way, getting things, you know, up and running, you know, making sure that everything is going about in the fastest fashion, because there are so many things that are coming up that need to be done that it's almost like they're getting ready for not like a party, but more like a symposium, more like they're getting like business types together, running a charity ball, that kind of thing. So it's still artistic, there's still creation that is going on, but this seems like creativity with a purpose. So if somebody kind of comes into your life or is already there in your life that has a bit more of a push to do something that is creative but on a timetable, and they're trying to get you to come along with, because they know that your skill set is essential in a lot of ways. They're like, what you do is so essential here, and you can help get everybody, you know, motivated up, running, going, doing, like, my goodness, this page is going about 1,000,000 miles a minute. Go with them. Go with them. Even if it seems like a little bit raucous, even if it seems a little bit out of your normal sphere, run with them, because the places that they're going to take you are going to be fantastic. They're going to be hobnobbing with people in an industry that are definitely above where you would normally think that you'd be interacting with. Like if you're like, what I do is usually down here. Yeah, they're elevating you up to here. They're getting you into the right rooms to casually hobnob, which honestly in a lot of ways is good, because if you were under the pressure to put on a performance, to what do you call it? If you were under pressure to like be the one being seen automatically, it'd be too much. But the fact that they're kind of sneaking you into the room almost under the radar so that you can just have a relaxed meeting and interact with these people on a much more personal level, this is a good thing, because it parlays into something far more later on, because you are memorable to the people that you are in the room with. They're going to like you. They're going to like you, and they're going to like your skill set. Your skill set it's one of those skill sets that is hard to describe, but it, like, when it comes into the clutch, when it comes in handy, oh, it comes in infinitely handy. So yeah, be open to go to places that you're not used to, even if it feels like those places are elevated above where you would normally be comfortable. Go, interact with this new space and place. It is going to be quite the adventure in the best of ways. A little bit madcap, but I'm not mad at it. I hope that helps you right there. I like that. Again, I'm late for a very important date. Very Alice in Wonderland. Oh. Hello. Hello, Ams. How you doing? Hello, my darlings. How do we do this evening? Hopefully well, hopefully well. Now that's going to be stuck in my head. Oh my goodness. Got about another, a little over 30 minutes. So if anybody else needs their card read, please feel free to come on through. Let's do. And then I will be back on, I'll be back on Wednesday. Regular time, regular space, regular place, more than likely. I'll start making adjustments on when I'm going to be on, probably starting about Thursday or so. Thursday, Friday, Saturday is when I'm going to start being over on some verified places in the evenings. And then I'll probably be on here probably sooner, closer to the afternoon-ish. But yeah. I have 2 degrees. I hold 2 degrees. One of them is in psychology and the other one is in fashion design. Hello, hello. How you doing? Hi, honey. How you doing? No, I don't play anything from Potter. I know some people, they see the hair, they love it. I get it. But no, I don't play anything from Potter because I find JKR to be such a horrific person that I don't want to give any accolades to her existence or the properties that she's created. It's an ethical issue for me. But yeah. Oh, thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Is that the rosas? I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Let's see. Thank you, Honey Fever Crochet and Baby Girl. See, I think we got donuts are up next. There we go. There we go. Was school hard for me? No. Honestly, it really wasn't. I got mostly A's and B's. Some of the subjects, yeah, I was like more of a C student. But hey, you can't be great at everything. But no, school was honestly not overly difficult. But that's not necessarily like a flex or a good thing or a bad thing. I picked up on a lot of shit real quick, but then I also burned out super hard afterwards. So, yeah, it is what it is. Why, thank you, darling. Mm-hmm. 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 I can't remember the lyrics. If I could remember any of the lyrics, that would probably be helpful. But yeah, like, God, I can't. Hey, Amanda, why are you so very curious about my schooling? Like I can even hear the voice, but it's coming through like Simlish. Is it Harry Styles that does it? Oh my God, I'm gonna this is gonna drive me up a wall. I'm gonna be humming that thing at my phone later on, trying to figure out the lyrics. Like, hey Google, do you know this one? Murr. Right. Right. Apparently I've spread it to everyone. Easy, easy. Flippers down, flippers down, flippers down. No, no, I would like to know what sparked that particular question. Da-da. It's a slower song, so it's not like it's not like a pop song. It's not like a fast song. It's a slower song, and it has almost like a gently synth or gently synthesized feel to it. Okay, I think it's "Don't Wake Me Up, I'm Not Dreaming." So I had about a decades or so worth of training when I was doing basically yep, that's it. That's it. Okay, I'm saving that. I can't play it because it's copyrighted. But yeah, now I got that so I can get it out of my head. Woohoo, I win. So I worked at the Renaissance Fair for decade and a half ish. And so I wore bodices all day. We're talking like 12 hours per day. I was wearing a bodice. So I got very, very comfortable wearing those. And then, right, go do it. And then when I started making corsetry for myself for cosplay, I got pretty comfortable. At first I was doing them way too tight, and I didn't respect my own body shape, so didn't feel fantastic. But once I recognized that if I shaped something more for my body, it became far more comfortable, and I learned to snug lace, not tight lace. I thought that you had to tight lace. I thought you had to make corsets uncomfortable, and that's how they were supposed to be. And I'm just like, I was always so, like, for a good long while, I was so uncomfortable because I'm just like, I look fantastic, but I can barely function in them because it's biting in at all the wrong places. So over time, I learned to modify my clothing so that it fit me better and did what I wanted to do while still giving me ample lift and whatnot. So yeah, no, I am actually really comfortable sitting in this, even though I'm bolt upright, which I'm okay with. But like, I can now wear corsets for like easily 4, sometimes 6 or more hours and be perfectly comfortable, and it's all good. So yeah, like I learned snug lacing, not tight lacing. I learned to work with my body shape. And yeah, now it's a much more comfortable endeavor that still gives me all the benefits of being basically scaffolding that, holds everything up where it needs to be. So, yeah. Yes, I went to school for fashion design. I have a bachelor's of psychology. That was the first degree that I got, and I got a bachelor of fashion design after that. And yeah, it's funny too because I had been making cosplay as a commissioner for people since I was about 24. Yeah, so yeah, since I was about 24. I was making like cosplays. I was making elegant gothic Lolita. I was making corsetry, Wild West stuff. I did some traditional Japanese for a while, but I recognized that's not my lane. So I'm gonna stay out of that lane because there's a lot more There's a lot more culture. There's a lot more to it than just making the piece. You know, there's a lot of history to it, and I'm like, you know what? That's not my lane. I'm gonna go ahead and step back out of that. But yeah, going to fashion college taught me a lot about um, doing the research into a thing, and also how to not have to reinvent the wheel every damn time. So it was helpful. It was definitely helpful. And yeah, like it helped me refine a lot of my art skills, a lot of my drawing skills. I can now pattern draft with a whole lot more confidence. And also taught me not to fight with my machine quite so much, because it used to be, I gotta. They're like, no, 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 just loosen it up, just loosen it up. You're good, you're good. So a lot better, a lot nicer, and this is why I'm gonna actually start putting up some clothing on the websites and whatnot. Did Mando just up and disappear? Like, which kind of only makes their line of questioning a little bit odder. No, no. In fact, I took home economics in like sixth grade, so back in the 90s, way back in the 90s. And our teacher was awful. She was a horrible human being, and she like scarred the entire class. So I did not want to touch a sewing machine from about like sixth grade on. Even though, you know, my mother sewed all of our Halloween costumes, you know, I was around sewing equipment and whatnot. And after that home economics class, I'm like, I'm done. We're not touching shit. And then I started dating this lovely man, my Virgo, who is my best friend now. Started dating him, and he got me into cosplay. And when I got into cosplay, I figured, okay, you know what? I'm gonna make stuff for myself, because I'm a very particular body shape. I've always been, you know, heavy. I'm a very particular body shape, so you know, if anybody's gonna fuck it up, I can fuck it up for myself. Thank you very much. And so started sewing mostly out of spite. And the first thing I ever sewed was a cosplay for Testament from Guilty Gear 2, who's one of the boss characters. And I did basically a black leather corset, leather split dress, or split skirt, I should say, and leather pauldrons. So I think I broke 10 needles. I cried daily. And I almost threw that sewing machine for distance. But I figured out basically how to pattern draft. I figured out how to grommet. I figured out how to. I put way too much boning in that first one. Way too much. Way too much. But yeah, I did. I did a decent job. I got a lot of praise. I got a few pointers. And then realized I loved creating things, especially when I had so much already going on in my head. I would just do like a rough sketch out, and then like making the thing just, it scratches a particular itch, and I absolutely adored it. So I learned to love sewing. I learned to love creating, and just I need to get back into that, because I feel like I have not. I learned to love sewing. I learned to love creating, and just I need to get back into that, because I feel like I have not been honoring myself lately when it comes to that. Spiteful showing has stopped here. Right, those needles, when they break, that shit sucks. Mm. Wait, you're allergic to citrus? Can I have somebody check to see if Mondo is still here? Or Mando is still here? Like, literally, I'm not trying to call the person out per se. That was just a very odd line of questioning, so. And those were some very, very specific questions, so. The fact that they suddenly have nothing to say now. Favorite ice cream? In the right moods, I love a good peanut butter chocolate or Rocky Road because I love the marshmallow fluff. World class chocolate is also good from Baskin Robbins. But my number one ice cream will actually surprise you. Let me go on a 10-minute rant that means nothing. No. Cherry ice cream. I'm talking like black cherry, cherry's jubilee, fresh cherry, like Morello cherry ice cream. I fucking love it. I absolutely adore cherry ice cream. I don't know why. Honey lavender is another, like, really, like, they're neck and neck. But yeah, like, for whatever reason, I fucking love cherry ice cream. It is just, it's fruity, it's cold, it's creamy. It's got that richness to it. Just, there's something so fantastic about it. And you don't see it everywhere. When I've been in Solvang, California, or when I was in Mammoth, California, there was two small places that did like handmade. That was fantastic. But the Cherries Jubilee that you can get from Baskin Robbins is also super good. Super duper duper good. So, yeah. Yeah. See, and that's the weird part. I don't like Cherries Garcia. I tried it and I was just like, meh. Cause it's mostly like the vanilla. I like the cherry flavor to be like that cherry juice in the ice cream itself. So yeah, like, hey, how you doing? I'm doing okay. I'm hanging in there as best I can. Oh no, not the lag. I know that I have a signal booster, so I know for once it's not me. Because we were having that problem for a while, so I went out and I got a signal booster, so yeah. No, it's not me for once. I'm not a fan of pistachio ice cream. Like, I like pistachios, and I like pistachio on like baklava. I don't like pistachio ice cream. I don't know what it is. I'm not a fan. Oh, you have Verizon. I'm so sorry. I know your plight. I was with them for a while. Yeah, no. Honestly, if you have a Baskin Robbins at 31 flavors near you, go get their Cherries Jubilee. Or if you have like a little place that does like hand dipped style, like, and has that. Ooh, if you have a La Michoacana, go to La Michoacana. They're a paletera. They do basically fresh made like popsicles of either sorbets or their ice cream ones are just so good, so good. Thank you, darling. I appreciate it. Aw, yay. Yay, canes. Don't you just love it when somebody goes out and gets you a little something of what you like and love? I like the cherry ice cream that I like because it has the cherry juice. Like, if you've never had a Morello cherry, they're different than maraschino cherries. Maraschino cherries are kind of like a candied cherry that is it's very kind of sweet. The liquid that it sits in has a mild alcohol content. Um, and it's very very sweet. But with a Morello cherry, it's a much more rich, dark, unctuous cherry, and the juice that it sits in is also richer, stronger, deeper. So when it gets integrated into the ice cream base itself, it becomes this rich, natural cherry flavor versus kind of a artificial cherry flavor. So it's fantastic. Oh, I love, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, I will take chocolate practically every day over vanilla. Vanilla's fine and all, especially if you're doing a float, but like I adore chocolate. Chocolate is my jam. It's funny. It's whatever I talk about, people end up wanting to nibble on. Mm-hmm. I like things that have a natural flavor versus the artificial flavor. And there's nothing wrong. Like, if you like something, you like something. Like, just because I have different tastes doesn't mean you gotta change. But like, I love like a natural flavor, mostly because I'm very sensitive to certain artificial sweeteners and certain artificial flavors. So yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no worries, no worries. Right? Right? It's a good brain scratch. Right? Right? Ooh, I've had I've had charcoal ice creams, charcoal soft serves. Some of them are interesting because they actually do they add like a almost a toastiness, a campfire-ish flavor on a very mild level because you only need a little bit of it to add a lot of color. But I think I would still go with chocolate more because chocolate has levels to the flavor, whereas charcoal just tends to have like one kind of level or one kind of note to it. Still love it as an ice cream, and I love it as a color additive. So yeah. Oh, let's see. This is Solo Giovanni number 5. Sorry. Yeah, so Solo Giovanni number 5. It's a lip stain. And then I paired it with LA Colors Holographic. So basically let it sit in as a stain and then just add a little bit of this over and it gives it a really nice sheen. All right. Yeah, and my system, if I can't drink like diet sodas because of the aspartame and some of the other artificial sweeteners in it. It hits my stomach and my intestines and my whole body just goes, "Oh, fuck you." And just I won't feel good for the rest of the day. I'll feel kind of like bloated. My stomach will just gurgle and then just it's so unpleasant. And I mean, I've had this ever since I got my gastric bypass done 20 some odd years ago. Food was never the problem. But yeah, like artificial sweeteners and my system just don't seem to want to work together. I can't have stevia. It tastes wrong to me. I can do like blue agave. I love honey instead of sugar in my coffee, and as a sweetener. But yeah, like artificial sweeteners just don't work well in my system, much to my dismay, because some people are like, "Oh my god, I love this. This is so great. This artificial sweetener is fantastic." And I'm like, I taste the artificial sweetener and I'm like, oh, nope, that's going to be a bad day. That's going to be a bad day. So, yeah. Right, right. Isn't it the most awful gas, too? Like, if you're lucky, it is just continual. But if you are unlucky and your stomach is truly pissed off at you, it could peel paint. Like you're just like, you know what? No, I need to be away from everybody else. Nobody else needs to suffer with this. I'm so sorry. Jesus, look away. Oh no, I love honey in my coffee. Yes, please. Yes, frickin' please. You get a little extra layer of flavor. You get a lovely amount of sweetness without having to go like too full tilt. If you're eating local honey, sometimes it actually helps with some of your local pollen issues. That it helps to coat the throat just a little bit. So yeah, it's even better for your voice box. Oh yeah, no, I can't. Oh, I can't. And by the way, Coke Zero and Diet Coke are the exact same damn thing. Somebody just changed up the packaging because one of them was gendered or some weird shit. But I love these. Latte Ghana Black Chocolate. It's so creamy. And just the right amount of bitter, right amount of sweet. Makes me happy. Makes me ever so happy. It's not. Car is unreliable in that I have a cell, a 12 volt, that is not charging correctly. But also the couple of days that I did DoorDash, I literally sat around and got no offers because I am not yet, I'm not part of this silver, gold, platinum, whatever. It's another way that they can abuse and exploit workers because I was literally sitting in the middle of hot zones and got zero offers at lunchtime when I'm sitting next to restaurants and food. Oh, thank you, goodness. I'm sorry, I just saw that. Thank you. Oh my god. Wow, did we already get through the first 4? Okay, holy shoot. Thank you so much, baby girl. Let me see. The next one up for my gallery is the mustaches. If I can find it. Did I go rocketing past it? I swear they keep messing with the order of these things. Okay, well, let's skip past that one and go with the hearts. Hand hearts. Oh. Yay, puzzles. Yeah. So this must be something. This must be something that they've implemented more recently. A couple years back, I did work for DoorDash. They were absolutely psychological hell. But I was like, I need to work somewhere or another. I need to do something. And so decided to go back to them. And like that first day I sat and I waited here at the house instead of, jumping in the car because I'm close to several hot spots. And yeah, I sat and just nothing. Just nothing, nothing. And so the next day when I actually went out and parked in the hot spot, that's when I had my car breakdown where I couldn't get it to turn on, all that kind of good stuff. I actually looked and it said, oh yeah, when you become a silver member, you get more priority for DoorDash offers for work. And then at gold level, they give you higher priority for higher paying offers. And then at platinum level, you get higher paying offers plus like large offer priority. So basically, if you are a low man on the totem pole, you get nothing but the absolute shittiest offers of low paying stuff. And if you don't take those offers, then you don't work. But like literally I sat around for an hour at like what should have been the rise to peak of lunch, and nothing, not a blip, nary nothing. And they were like, yeah, you should only have to sit between 3 and like 15 minutes between offers. That's how quick these offers should be coming in. And nothing, absolutely nothing. And I'm like, what the fuck? So yeah, I'm like, because I'm a bronze member, aka rookie, newbie, whatever you want to call it, I am at the absolute bottom of the barrel, which means if somebody were to like pass on a $3 trip, then maybe I'll get it. But you have to like fulfill a certain number of trips in a 30-day period in order to get upgraded, which means you have to take whatever that they hand you or else you will never move up, which is basically straight up worker exploitation because they don't pay you hourly, they pay you by the job. You are considered an independent contractor. And you are not, even though you can't go out and find your own customers, even though they set how much you get paid, they consider you an independent contractor, and therefore you do not get paid hourly. So it is straight up worker exploitation on like a whole new level. And I could have sworn that they had to offer you an hourly, or at least that's what I thought the California law was, and apparently they don't. So yeah, they don't have to do that. They only apparently offer that in some areas, but they don't offer it in all areas, which I find to be bullshit. So I've got to find something else soon because I'm freaking out right now, like internally. I don't know, because my area apparently is so saturated with delivery drivers that, I don't know, because my area apparently is so saturated with delivery drivers that, no, because my area apparently is so saturated with delivery drivers that, sorry. I have no idea. I don't, But yeah, no, yeah. But yeah, no, it's yeah, I gotta find something. I gotta find something soon. I'm looking into a few other things, chasing a few other leads. But yeah, DoorDash is not it. DoorDash is definitely not it. So oh, actually, I didn't realize it was, oh God, is it almost 9 o'clock already? Okay. Well, I'm gonna wrap up because it is coming up on 9 o'clock and I got a few things that I'd like to hopefully get done. So, I won't be on tomorrow night. I'll try maybe to be on during the day, but I won't be on tomorrow night. And I'll be back on Wednesday. Hopefully, I'll have it figured out by then, like what I'm going to be doing, where I'm going to be, and when I'm going to be on my like verified places doing accounting. If y'all need anything commissioned, content-wise, art, clothing, and whatnot, by all means, feel free to contact me. I can get you a quote for stuff. Other than that, I'm going to try and get some more stuff listed, and yeah. I appreciate all of the love and support. If you'd like to support me directly, there's a lot of fun and great ways that I would super appreciate. Links are in Lio, by all means. Thank you so much, and I appreciate you all. Have a nice night.